Hello and good morning. Welcome to our review of Unit 9, Developmental Psychology for AP Psychology, Myers Edition. Let's get started. So developmental psychology has three major issues. The first one is nature versus nurture. How much of our makeup is genetic? And how much of our experiences influence our development? The second question or issue is related to continuity and stages. Is our development a gradual, continuous process, or is it marked in specific stages that we can definitely delineate and separate? Finally, there's the question of stability and change. Do our early personality traits go with us for the rest of our life? Or do we become totally different persons or totally different people in every single way? So there are three stages in pregnancy. The first is when one sperm out of the 250 million reaches the egg, and that sperm and egg combine to create a zygote. The zygote becomes 2 cells, then 4 cells, and ultimately 100 cells. One half of all zygotes ultimately do not lead to pregnancy. Then from 2 weeks to about 8 weeks, the zygote transforms into an embryo. And then after that 2-month period, the embryo becomes a fetus and, of course, a full-born baby. So habituation is simply the idea that the more you're exposed to a certain stimuli, the less you're going to react to it. Maturation is the idea that as we go through the biological process of aging, we go through specific physical and emotional changes that are highly normal. Finally, schemas refers to the way in which babies learn. If they see a 4-legged animal and they first see a dog, they'll think, okay, it's a dog. Then later on, if they see a 4-legged animal, it may be a cat, but they'll point at it and say dog. But then they'll be corrected and they'll say, no, that's a cat. And so as they develop, their schemas become more sophisticated. Please make sure to review the terms that you see here. Oh, hello. Let's talk about longitudinal studies and cross-sectional studies. Cross-sectional studies is when people of different ages are studied at one particular time. And what it measures is that intelligence begins to decline with age. One criticism of cross-sectional studies is that it measures people of different eras, and people actually have grown more intelligent with more education. Longitudinal studies measures the same people over a long time period. And these studies indicate that our intelligence actually increases up until about our 60s or 70s, and then it starts a cognitive decline. But both cross-sectional studies and longitudinal studies can help us measure the relationship between intelligence and reasoning and age. Today, I am here with Shweban San, aka Sweetie, and we're going to talk about fluid intelligence and crystallized intelligence.
Yep.
Can you tell me a little bit about fluid intelligence?
So fluid intelligence is our ability to reason speedily and abstractly, as when we're solving logical problems. And it decreases slowly at the age of 75 or so, and then more rapidly after that, and then especially at the age of 85.
Right. And what about crystallized intelligence?
Crystallized intelligence is our accumulative knowledge as reflected in our vocabulary skills and analogy tests. And it increases up to old age.
Right, so I'm older, so I have a lot more crystallized intelligence. Is that right?
Yep.
What?
Too bad you've lost your mind.
Anyways, we've learned about fluid intelligence, which is how we learn things, and crystallized intelligence, which is basically what we know. Bye!